Thanks for that feedback. And now, excuse me, before we move to the second part of this discussion, these promising practices are so important and so central to what the Workforce Investment Council is planning to do that we want to actually ask you to pick up your keypads, and we're going to take just a very quick poll. It's called a Likert scale for some of you who know polling. We're just going to ask you for your level of support for the Workforce Investment Council utilizing these practices to rebuild the workforce development system in our city. So pick up your keypads. If you feel low support, you'd mark 1. If you feel somewhat low, 2. If you're pretty neutral about it, you'd do 3. If you're moderately high support, you'd do 4. And if you really think these 6 are a solid foundation and feel high support, you would push 5. Just quickly take a moment and make your decision about the level of support you feel for these promising practices. All right, so we've got a spread here. About 26% of you are somewhat low or low, 21% neutral, and 53% are ready for high support for these practices. All right, thank you very much. That's very useful. Obviously, the city will be trying to learn more about where the pockets of low support are. But please take out your worksheet number 5B. And here's the question. Remember, we had one of the trivia questions. DC across the city has an 18% unemployment rate. In some specific neighborhoods, it's as high as 25%. So we believe that to crack this nut of structural unemployment, the government has to do things, business has to do things, nonprofit organizations are going to have to take more responsibility. And you know what? If we really want this to change for all of our citizens, some of us are going to have to do things as well. Become people's advocates. Help people get into the first steps of the job skill training program, whatever we think of as individuals. So we want to again use the technique of dividing the room into 4 quadrants so that we get deep discussions about what all 4 sectors can do. So if your tables 1 to 42, please start your discussion with the district government. Now you're going to have 20 minutes. If you get done, then go on to business. But please make sure you do a solid piece of work about district government. Tables 43 through 84 will start with business and use your time to get a solid report and recommendations for business. If you finish, go ahead to nonprofit. Tables 85 through 126 start with the nonprofit sector, and again, if you really get a complete report, go on to individuals. And tables 127 through 168 start with what can we as individuals do to really deal with the issue of long-term unemployment in the district. And when you solidly finish that, you bump up to the government sector. Okay. Laptop operators, only send ideas from this discussion that you have broad agreement at the table. You'll have 20 minutes to finish the discussion. Thank you very much. Take it away.